Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach, on this awesome Sunday morning. About to head out to the tournament, day 2 of the IBJJF American Nationals. But before I do, I wanted to get this message. I was walking my dog this morning and listening to some more David Goggins and some Jocko. Excuse me, nose is running. It's cold outside. So the video is Quitting is Not an Option. And again, it's a compilation of David Goggins and Jocko, Motivation 2020. So David Goggins is talking about memory lane. And there's times to leave things behind in the rearview mirror, so to speak. And there's times to remember the things that you've done. So for instance, you got a goal. You're working really hard to get there. You're up late. You're up early. A lot of road work, runs, workouts, training sessions. I'm using Jiu-Jitsu as a way to use an example. And then now it's time to go get after that goal. And you start doubting yourself. You start putting things in your head. You start, the self-esteem maybe isn't where it should be. He's talking about that's where the memory lane kicks in, where you got to go back and think about all the sacrifice, all the things that you gave up, all the things that you did to get to where you're at. And then now this to finish the job, is to get the job done. Now, he goes also on the other side of that, if you didn't put in the work, okay, if you didn't put in the right amount of work, then that self-positive talk really isn't going to work out for you because you know you didn't put in the work. But if you put in the work, then you can go back in memory lane and remember all the sacrifices, all the things that you gave up to get you where you're at, and then go finish what you're supposed to go finish. So again, there's times where, there's some things that happened to you in the past, some things that you've done, some mistakes you made. We leave those where those are at. Okay. We learn from them and then we move forward. So we don't dwell on the past. All right. But then there's times where we do dwell on the past, but where we're thinking about all the things that we gave up, all the sacrifice that we did. And then now when it's time to go get the job done, you're thinking twice about it. And I can relate to that. I've been there before. I know a lot of people have done that and can relate to that. And it's just one of those things where you have to look back and think about, just put yourself back to all the tough times that you put yourself through. And it's like, why did I do all that work? Why did I do all this to get to where I'm at? And then now I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to finish it. Got to get the job done. You got to make it happen. And so these things, these videos, these mindset kind of transformations, the rewiring of the brain and your thought process is huge. It's huge. It's if you really want to get to where you're at, and stop making excuses. You gotta use stuff like this to help you move forward. It's just really, really good stuff to kind of keep your mind in check and keep you moving in the right direction. I was in Mexico the other day doing some promotions and stuff like that, and I got to hear some stories with some individuals. And there's a lot of individuals that were there that I've seen every time I go, and there's people that I haven't seen that I don't see anymore. So. And then I heard some stories where there's individuals where they come and go to jiu-jitsu. Because I was kind of wondering why some individuals are still at the same belt that they were for quite a while. And Coach Sergio was just explaining to me life happens obviously to everyone, to a lot of these guys. And so he was explaining to me everyone's situation. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. It happens with my students too. I get that a lot especially with jiu-jitsu. You get an individual that gets on the right track, starts losing all kind of weight, achieving some goals, hitting some little milestones, gets to where they want to get to or almost, and then, kind of life happens. And then all of a sudden you take a break, you start disappearing, you're not there like you're used to. And then now the weight comes back on, you just don't look the same. The transformation isn't where it should be. And then you got to start all over again and come back. And then you get the guys that keep coming, they do it again. Then they take another break, and then they got to start all over again. And it's just this roller coaster ride of just coming and going. So you got to remember using this stuff here. Man, look, I put in all this work, sacrificed all this stuff. I'm getting to the end. I'm going to finish what I started, okay? Finish what I started. And that's where, like I said, I can relate to this stuff because You know, I did wrestling in high school. I boxed for a couple of years after that. You know, played baseball when I was a kid. And I didn't really do anything with these other sports, these other arts and stuff like that. But when I got into jiu-jitsu, it was one of those things where it's like, you know, I want to just see, excuse me, what's on the other side of not finishing something. You know what I mean? Like, I want to finish this thing. So that was the mindset. Like, I'm getting my black belt. Like, I'm going to finish this thing. Nothing's going to stop me from achieving, you know, this goal. And I remember, I think I shared this story before, at brown belt, I had a knee injury. I had to have surgery done. It took me off the mat for about 3 months. And, you know, you have those thoughts in your mind, like, you know, why I put myself through this? Well, you know, I got to go, you know, do this process and all this negative stuff. And then the positive stuff kicks in, like, man, you know what? You're just being weak. You're being soft. You know, you made it this far. You're just literally just months away from, like, getting your black belt. Like, you've gone through all this stuff. You need to get back into the gym, rehab the knee, get back in shape where you used to be, and then finish the dang job and get the black belt. And that's exactly what I did. That was the mindset. I don't care. Like, nothing was going to stop me from doing that. And now I'm like, you know, I got my black belt in 2008. So it's 2020. And I haven't taken a break. I haven't stopped. I've always trained. No matter kind of injuries I got, it's just the mindset. Like, it's ingrained in me now. Like, I've done all this work, and there's nothing just going to stop me now. Like, it's just, the momentum is already, it's just there. So nothing will stop me from doing what it is what I want to do when I put in the work. So memory lane, thinking about all the sacrifice, all the things you went through, the hard times, you know, the tough times, the peaks and valleys, and using that as a way to help you finish what you started. All right, really good stuff, man. I really like this message that I heard today, and I just wanted to share that with you before I head out to the tournament. But again, there's times where you make some mistakes, some mishaps. We leave those in the past. We move forward. But then there's times where we think about the past, where we use all the things that we've gone through to go finish what we need to go finish. So that's it, guys. I got to head out of here. I got some students to coach, and another great day out at the tournament. So we'll catch you guys on the next one. You have a great Sunday. We'll see you.